Right, well, what have I got in store for you today? Let me tell you, lots and lots and lots. I've got stuff to show you. We've got seeds to sow. We've got other stuff to sow. I wanted to show you the herb garden because that's starting to grow a bit now. Got some painting to do. You know what? It's a little bit of everything. I don't even know if there's time. I've got to make things, but I don't even know if there's time to make them. So much to do, but what will we fit in today? And it's March the 10th, okay? So we're in March, it's the 10th. You know I've sowed seeds already. I've got plenty more to do. So come on, let's get cracking. Let's start with what I've bought, okay? So the first thing I'm going to say is I bought some seed potatoes. Usually the retired man at the bottom gives me some potatoes, some earlies, but I never grow massive potatoes off them, so I wasn't sure if it was the sort, because they're earlies. I don't know, because I don't know enough about potatoes. So I bought some seed potatoes that were King Edward's, because I like to bake my potatoes, so I'm thinking like baking potatoes might be a bit bigger. Baked roast mashed chips, main crop. Okay, so they were 99p, and it gets you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets you 5. I'm presuming I've got to leave them to sprout a bit. I don't know. I've left them open anyway and see if they start to sprout a bit. I don't know. Tell you what, it's been absolutely glorious weather. Absolutely glorious. Right. Also, well, I'll tell you what. Let me take these gloves off because they're quite distracting, aren't they? I'll just put them on because I'm painting later. Right. The seed craft. Seeds came. Okay. What have we got? We have got. I'll take this out. Keep the seeds there. We've got. Ooh. Tomato sun gold. Might try it because I've got them greenhouses now. I'm going to put another one up. Might be able to take the greenhouse off though, don't you? Maybe in the kids bit, because the greenhouse and the kids bit comes off, doesn't it? Easier than the other one, I think. You just take the cover off the kids one. You can just take the cover off the kids one and leave the frame. That's what I like. So I might do that in the kids area, and then when it grow too big, we can take the cover off. But that might be a nice one for them to try. Do you think? Tomato, sun gold. Right, okay. I will sow some seeds and they can sow some as well. So we'll see how that gets on. Carrots, red samurai. Ooh, I've never had success with carrots, but because, you know, you give me advice. Well, you gave me loads of advice last year. And I've had people say, oh, what's the point? You don't take our advice. I do take your advice. And then sometimes I don't, because you know what? Nobody takes everybody's advice over their own ideas, ever, do they? Who does that? Who only listens to other people, right? But I do take your advice. It does go in, and I might grow these. I needed to thin them out. People told me you needed to thin your carrots out, and just make the soil a bit more airy, because they would have trouble going through. Okay, so samurai carrots. What's these ones? Beetroot. Didn't have any success with beetroot, but then again, someone told me thin them out. So these are things I can do this year, aren't they? Your advice that was given last year, I remember a lot of it, not all of it, so don't shout at me. I remember some of your advice and I take some of your advice, okay? Beetroot, might give it a go, not sure on that one yet. Santa Cruz, what's that? Oh, spinach. Now that's rich in iron, isn't it? So I might grow that for Mick. And I might grow it in the greenhouse area so that because he won't touch anything that's had a slug anywhere near it, right? So he's had the odd thing, but he's very fussy about his food, as in he doesn't want to think there's any slugs been near it, right? Okay, so that's this month's Seed Craft Club. So it's £8 a month, and they send you 4 things: when to grow it, how to grow it. You know, I barely ever look at that. And then 4 packets of seeds. Okay, so that's this month's seeds. Let's just pop that over there for now. I also bought, I could do every year, I panic that my wildflower seeds aren't going to put, because I cover them up every year, don't I? Well, you don't know that I do it every year, but last year I covered it all up with mulch and whatnot. Sometimes the seeds still stay there and sometimes they don't, because although this is only my 2nd year with you, I've been doing this for a few years. Okay, but I always buy extra because poppies. I love poppies. Sorry, I'm going near me. I love poppies. Okay, and the cornflowers. So, butterfly and bee. I think they're about £4. Right, I've got 2, and I might sprinkle some at the back, in between the greenhouses or something. But I love flowers, as you know. but I will try and keep it mainly into the wildflower bed. Okay, that's another purchase. Is what else? Oh, to show you this. I still haven't took it to my mum's. It was the kiwi. But look, it's growing. I might grow it for a bit in here, you know, before I take it to my mum's, actually. Because look at that. So, yeah, I'm going to keep it here. I might even grow it in here, in a pot. Buy a trellis or something, just especially in here, and keep it cut and contained and small. I might do. Anybody got any advice on kiwi? Let me know. Right, I bought some things. I found the other trays. I found them just after I ordered some more. Right, like you do. So, the trays that we use for the seed. So we need those today, don't we? For putting them little tea bag seed things in. So, there we go. Found those. And I've ordered some more. Right, I got these from IKEA. These, they're actually shoe racks, right? But when I looked at them, I thought, you know what? I could double my seed capacity just with one of these. So let's just see if we can put this on here and have seeds underneath and seeds on top, just to give me even more space. I'm just going to move these out of the way for now. Ooh, let me show you those while we're making room. Look at those, the pea growth on those. What was the date of that? When did we plant those? The 21st. So we planted those the 21st of Feb. Okay, we've got some, the Moulin Rouge sunflowers. When did we planted those on the 24th. I probably did those similar time, 24th probably. They were just the onions, spring onions that were cut off at the bottom, and I just planted the bottoms, and look, they're growing. So if you can tell me, do I leave those in until they clump up and make about 6, or do I just wait for them to grow? Because I don't eat them myself, but I'll give them to Mick to eat and the kids. So do I just leave them in until they grow lots and lots of ones around them, or do I just wait for them to flourish as one individual thing? I'm not quite sure what to do there. Nothing else in any of these other things. No sweet peppers and no loofah growing, but look at that. I'm going to plant some more of those things. But anyway, what we're doing, we are making room for that shelf, aren't we? So let's make room. Let's put that shelf on. Let's see what happens. Watch it not work. Yeah, I think that would do, won't it? To get them growing. What do you think? What I could do, because if you want sun to get to them, I could rotate them and I could swap them over each time I come, couldn't I? What do you think? I don't know. I just thought that would be handy to be able to put loads and loads out. I bought 4. You know me, because I can't just buy one of anything. I have to buy 4 because they stack. Because they're actually putting your shoes on. That's a shoe shelf from IKEA, £3.50 per thing. So, yeah. What do you think? What do you think about that? Should do. Maybe you stack it in greenhouses, don't you? So why wouldn't you stack it here? Right, we'll run with that. We'll go with that. What else have got? I've got one more thing to show you, I think. Well, no, 2 more things. Okay, sorry. I'm coming back. Right. Because I was going to grow tea, I didn't realise how hard it was to grow tea. But in the meantime, I bought the food for the tea. Right, for tea. Ericaceous high performance liquid plant food. They said get that when you're growing tea. Right, I've got my seeds soaking at home. I forgot to bring them today. It's supposed to be quite hard, and I don't think you can harvest in the first year. What I might do is try and grow them in pots for this year. Bring them in the winter. Bring them in here in the winter, or cover them in fleece. I know you've got to protect them in winter for the first 2 winters, I think. Didn't realise it was so hard, but I want to give it a go. Right, I really fancy giving this a go. So I've got the food, got the seeds. In fact, the seeds, half of them, more than half, were rotten when I opened them, because you break the shell on them and you open it up and they were rotten inside. dead to, so I've only got about 2 or 3 seeds actually. So if they grow, it will be a miracle, but I'd already bought this, the food for it. Could probably use it for other stuff. Flower boost. Well, if nothing else, I'll stick it on the flowers, right? Nothing else, I'll stick it on the flowers. And then this is the other thing I bought, which is this. Right, so let's go and take this to where I think this can be used. Change of plan because I've got it wrong. I thought that was the same size as the green ones from IKEA. It's not, it's too big. Oh, gutted. It was to put in there because the green one you get like this from IKEA actually fits in there, but that one does not. I was hoping it would just fit in there, but it doesn't. Not to worry. I'll take that home and use it at home. But you know what? While we're up here, why don't we clear... Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. It's boring, so the first bit is I'm going to clear that, give it a brush, and I'm going to paint it. It's been dry here for days, okay? So I'm just going to brush all the sand off that because the kids were playing in it last week. It was a great hit, let me tell you. But I did say when we've had dry weather and it all dries out, I am going to paint it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Hopefully the paint is still okay. I'll give it a stir. Hope for the best. But yeah, let's get this all painted up because what day? In a couple of days I am coming. I'm not working, but my friend is, and we're having a walk through the clough and we're bringing them up here to play. Okay, so I need to get that sorted, and then we can sow some seed. Right, clear that and paint it first. Okay. Yeah, I don't have to go too mad at cleaning it up. You know, it's just to make it look better to start off with at the start of the season. It's got a load of sand on because I added sand on it for them to play. Right, you know what? That'll do. We just want to just get it clean enough to be able to put a fresh coat of paint on it, make it look a little bit fresher. I'm pretty sure all this needs is a bit of a stir and it'll be okay. Yeah, this is still nice and thick. That is lovely and thick still. So let's get painting. I'll do the little one first, I think. Don't need to do the back of it, it's only for what you can see. You know what, that's all it needs. That is all it needs. One little fresh coat like that. When it's soaked in, I might even give it a second coat before I go, but for now, that one is done. Going to do that one. That one will definitely take a couple of coats because there's absolutely nothing on it. There's nothing left on there. It's really, but it's so warm today that giving it 2 coats will be a doddle. By the time I've got to the end of painting it, I could probably go back over it again. So what I'll do is, because it's like watching paint dry, I'm just going to paint it and I'll bring you back and we'll see what they look like. Just a little bit nicer, a little bit brighter. Right, there you go. They've had a coat of paint. I'll leave the paint out because I'll come back and give it another coat later on. I haven't done the side. I'll do the side. Side of that one there, but it looks better, doesn't it? Just a fresh coat of paint. It's going to get mucky anyway with the kids, but what I wanted to show you is the frogs. I keep forgetting to show you and listen to the frogs. I don't know if you can pick it up on my mic. I might just have to put my mic closer to them, sorry. Right, sorry about that. I just have to take my mic off and it can get a bit rustly. Right, but watch and listen. I do hope you can hear that on this thing here. I hope you can hear it, because it push it forward quite a bit, but it's non-stop. Honestly, it's all day long. It's been like that for about a week. Honestly, there's loads of frogs spawning in the corner now. I don't really disturb them too much, but right in that back corner up there, big lump of frog spawn where all the majority of the frogs are. But look at them, they're all over. Isn't that just lovely? Isn't that just amazing? Now is the time to sow some more seeds. Okay, I'm going to do, these seem to be working okay, don't they, for now? So I'm going to use these like tea baggy things still to fill these things, these black things with. Right, what I've got is, right, don't shout at me, people. Sweet peas. These are the sweet peas I collected. I have no idea if they're going to grow, so I'm going to start these off first, because if they don't grow, I'm going to buy some. Right, I don't trust my own ability to grow seeds, grow plants from seeds that from plants I've had. Right, so I'm going to sow these now, so that I've got plenty of time to buy some proper seeds if my own seeds don't work. Because this is why I said don't shout at me. I didn't take them home. I left them wrapped up in a paper bag, wrapped up, and I left them here because I'd lost them at home. I just don't have the room for extra stuff, so I left them here. You did advise me to take them home, so if they don't work, you can say that that's because I didn't listen to you. Right, okay, which is pretty standard, isn't it? Right, so let's see if we can shake these seeds out of the pods. I think some pods still have the seeds in. Yes, they do, yes, they do. Need a little bowl, to put seeds in. I've seen one somewhere. Right, just let me find something to put some of these, oh, it's right in front of me. I knew I'd seen one somewhere. Right, let's see what we've got. Let's open some of these out. Can you see that? I think you can. Right. Like I say, I've not got much faith in my own ability. And don't some plants have seeds that you can't grow from? I don't know. Somebody said if they're something like an F1 or something. I don't. Just look it up. I don't know. Yeah, let's just get these seeds. They look healthy enough. You know, they're not rotted. They're dry. You don't need to soak them. They do say soaking makes them fertilise quicker, germinate quicker. But I'm in no rush. I'm in no massive rush. But we need to get a lot of these started now, so we know whether we've got to buy any more in a few weeks. Is my idea. Gosh, there's loads. I thought they'd have all fell out. Oop, there's a stray one. Oops. Right, I tell you what. I'll do this. Get as many as I can in here, so that we can sow them. These are sweet peas, by the way. These are going to be the flowers up my towers. Flowers up my towers. I think I've got enough there to give it a try, haven't I? So, you know the score. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get these little biodegradable bags, stick some compost in them. Compost. I'm going to put 4 seeds in. I don't know if they're going to grow or not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why not? I think at each side, so it's got 4 sides to my tower. Right, let me just lift up with it. It's got 4 sides to each tower, and I put 3 plants at each side. So how many towers am I going to grow up? At least 4. So work that out. So that's 12, 24, 36, 48. So I would need 48 plants at the very least to grow. Okay, I think that's maths on me, just off the cuff. I don't know, about 48 at least. Okay, so if I think that there's 4 in each, so I'll stick 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. Pop a little bit of compost on. Okay, we'll do the watering at the end. A little bit of compost on those. So that's the idea. Fill these bags. Put 4 seeds in, cover it over with a little bit more compost, and then I'll come back to you when we're going to water them. Right, so I've got 2 rows there now of, I think there's about 5 in these ones, but they've got 4 in. I'm going to put sweet peas times 2, so I know that from there to there times 2 is 2 rows. We'll see how they go. We will see how they go. Right, so I just need to give them a bit of a water. Usually my little watering can thing. Doesn't just pour out, you just have to squeeze the bottle. Because the water yet is still not on here, I have to bring it all in. Right, so they're watered. We've got sweet peas, we've got sweet corn on there. Oh, I tell you what, I forgot to show you. Got to show you something. Right, 1 second, just let me get it. 1 minute, just here. Sweet potatoes. Right, I saw that fella again who I mentioned last time, grow your groceries, I think his book's called. He did another one where you grow these. So what you do is, tell you what, I won't just say it, I'll show you. Give me 1 second. Right, I've got a few grotty tubs from last year, like punnets with holes in. Okay, so what you do, what he said was, let me just get some more compost. Let me just fill my little corner of compost over here. Fill my little corner. Because it just saves me bending down. Okay, there we go. So we've got the compost here in the corner. Right, what he did, I'm sure all he did was, right, fill these with compost, like that. And then he just put it in like that. You know, just put the soil around it. I'm pretty sure, right, that's all he did. He didn't bury them, he just put them in like that. Okay. Sticking out. Watered them, obviously. Because then what happened was, they grew from either end, right? And they grew roots that came out from either end into the soil, and then he picked them off. And that's the bit that he grew into sweet potatoes, sorry, sweet potatoes. Well, what do you do with that then? I don't, anyway. I brought sweet potatoes. My daughter wanted the leaves for her friend. Her African friend eats the sweet potato leaves. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. £2 for a bag of potatoes, sweet potatoes. So I'm just going to do a few of those, which I'll put on my little tray. Look at that. Just stick them there, see what happens. If they don't work, I'll just empty the compost back out, use it for something else. You know, nothing lost then, is there? So get that. So it's got it's a bit of a chunkier one, a little shorter one. Right, he didn't bury it, he just had it sat like that in it. Right, he didn't bury it. Okay, bit of water. Stick it on that tray. Ooh, tray's coming in handy. So I've used 2 trays and I've got 2 more of these tray things, but you know, these shoe racks from IKEA. Right, put a bit of compost in, get a tiddler. There we go. He sat them on his windowsill, to be fair, but I haven't got a windowsill I can sit it on. Right, there we go. Need to fill my water bottle up a bit more. But yeah, get the idea. I've got 3 more. Oh, I've only got 1 pot. Never mind. I'll do the one that I've got and then I'll see if I can find any more pots. But yeah, that's all I'm doing. Just doing that and then I'm putting them on there. And hopefully something will happen to them. Oh, I found a couple of bigger pots that the smaller ones could fit in diagonally. So I've stuck those 2 down there. Maybe take that away from the side. But yeah, look. So there you go. Sweet potatoes, all those other things growing. I think we're doing well. What I wanted to show you was the herb garden. When I made the herb garden, a few people said, oh, everything will not grow in there. There's not enough space for it to grow, etc., etc. Very valid points because there isn't a lot of soil in there. But as it happens, as it turns out, everything grew really, really well and everything hasn't died. So you know, that's a big thing for me, isn't it, that everything hasn't died. But look, we've got the chives coming back up again. They did really well. So chives there and chives down there in amongst the grass. The chives are coming up again there too. The lavender, that did fantastically. I'll just chop that down a little bit, but that's still growing. The rosemary, that one was just a little twig last year. And this year, look, it's still nicely green. And the sage, you can smell it all. Hand smell. So that's still going. That sage there, that one's looking a bit leggy. I don't know if I should chop that one down a little bit to encourage it a little bit bushy. And then this is all the rosemary will just take over. And it probably would do, but I cut some off, didn't I? And smell it. Oh, you can't smell it, but it does smell nice. It smells like a nice soap, that actually, now that mix. And the thyme, look at that. Nothing bad happened to that. This fennel, these are sticks that I just had to push it back with because it grew right up here. I can take that off now because it's starting to grow again. Look, it's starting to grow from the bottom. Look at that. It's starting to grow from the bottom. These sticks were just because it wafted onto the path. It wafted onto the path, so that was just to stop it attacking me. And the other thyme there, look at that. Yeah. Chives, more chives, they're growing. And you can see the crocus through there. What else do we have? Rosemary. That rosemary never took off. That was a nothing. So that's the only one that didn't grow, but that never grew from the start. That one was a bad one. So I could put another herb there maybe. Or maybe the chives will just grow out on there because they had beautiful purple flowers, the chives, didn't I? But yeah, look. So for those that said, oh, they'll all outgrow that very, very quickly in one season, they haven't. They're still there. I'm still doing okay. I suppose because I fed it as well, didn't I? As you can see, another week on, and the rhubarb is really growing nicely. Remind me, I can't pick that one. That's the new one. But look at that one, our original one. That just overtakes. It overtakes over there, overtakes over here. I get loads of bags of rhubarb, and I've got a few people that like that, so that's not a problem. That gets eaten. Oh, I painted the... I was on the phone to my friend, which you didn't see, obviously, and I painted the bench while I was talking to her. And because I have got, actually what I forgot to show you, blue skies. Oh my God, it's so warm, it's so hot, honestly. What I didn't show you, something else that I bought. Last year I had the purple one, but I tend to use it in here. Well, I store it in here anyway, but I made a little bench for the kids if they wanted to sit and read a book or whatever. Because now it's nice and tidy and clean in here. Nice and tidy and clean. They can come and sit and read a book. But this, I bought this for outside actually. Bought a different colour for a change. Sort of a rusty brown. And likes to go on the bench outside. It only gets put out when I'm outside. And try and bring it in because it just rains constantly in the summer. So, right, anything else I need to show you out here? Oh, tell you what, let's go and have a look. Let's go and check while we're here. Let's go and check on the stuff we put in the greenhouse up here. The little mini greenhouse. I just put some seeds in there, I think. I can't even remember what I put in there. But to be honest, was it only a few days ago? Where we're now the 10th, March the 10th. I can't remember when it was. God, those frogs. Honestly, they're crazy. Crazy frogs. Right, what's in there? Oh, there is something growing in there. Hang on one sec. Hang on 1 second. Oh, do we need to water? I think we need to... It's not too dry. What is it? Peas. Oh, the peas. Look at the peas. Cover them up a bit. Sorry, the peas look like they need a little bit more soil on them. A bit close to say the peas are growing. Are they peas? Peas. They must be the... What's it that I thought looked a bit mouldy? The runner beans or broad beans, I think. I think I'm just going to add a little bit of water to these. But yeah, I forgot about those in there. But yeah, the peas, they've started to grow. Come on, there's a little bit of water left in there. I do bring, every time I come, I bring a few bottles. So I'm a few bottles up today, even though I've used a few. And I bring one to drink as well, because it's so hot. Right, let's just put a bit more, because this gets really hot in here. And while they're growing, these ones might not grow because the beans and they were a bit mouldy, I thought. A bit like my tea ones, actually. But there you go. Stick them back in there. Just with these ones, I've got loads more in the bag, but just these ones I've got left over. I thought, I'll just, you know what, I'm going to stick them in the pot, I'm going to stick them in the greenhouse out there. These can be like my emergency sweet peas, can't they? if they grow. So I'll just put a bit of compost in there. Right, a few in there. A few more. Because they're not all going to grow, are they? I just don't have faith. Right, so stick that on there. Like so. I might get another one. Another plant pot, do the same, and then I'm going to stick them out there and we can check on them, can't we? I just need to put labels on them, but yeah, just while we've got them out, They did so well last year. It would be a shame if my sweet pea seeds didn't grow, but it's what it is, isn't it? So yeah, sweet pea. Have I got any water? A little bit of water. Tell you what, because I've not got much water, I might leave those till next time. I'll just pop them back in the bag. Right, I was sent these seeds from Brandon, the teddy bear sunflower seeds, but there's no like sunflower seeds in there, if you know what I mean. You know, like a sunflower shape. So do you think they've gone like that flying through the air from America? Because he sent them in from America. Or do you think there's something in there? Ooh, I don't know. It just looks like nothing. Doesn't it look like what you'd expect a sunflower seed to look like? So should we give that a go? Just in case. Is there something? I mean, to me, it looks like a nothing. Might grow it in a pot, actually. Let me just go and get a pot. We'll put it in a pot and stick it outside in the greenhouse out there. I mean, you know, but what do I know? They could very well look like that. They're just called a sunflower, part of the sunflower family, but look nothing like sunflowers. I don't know, but to me, that doesn't look like anything. We'll find out. Let me be proven wrong, but Brandon was very kind to send them to me. Let's just see. Right, put some compost in there. I'm going to sprinkle whatever that is. Maybe, oh wait, oh hang on, maybe they are tiny little seeds. They might be. Right, I think I might actually get 10 million sunflowers. Right, when they start growing, I'll start separating them, I think, if they grow, right? Sorry, Brandon, I doubted you, but they actually look like super, super woofer. Tiny, tiny, tiny seeds. So I have got a bit more water. So 2 seconds, let me just go and get one of these bottles. I was going to do a brew, but I think I've got a bottle outside, don't worry. I'll just pour it in. Right, yeah, they were tiny, super tiny. I've never seen sunflower seeds like it. But what do I know? I don't know anything, do I? Right, I'm going to stick that. I'm going to stick that in that greenhouse outside. I was lucky with these greenhouses. They've got so many places to grow now. And I've got another one to put up. Might as well put that one up as well, I think. So, I don't know if you can remember, but the idea is to have... I wasn't going to, then first of all I was, then I wasn't. Now I am going to have another one of these. Just because it's proving very handy for starting stuff off in. And just an extra growing room, extra growing space here. So I'm going to build another one of these. I'm going to pop it there. I will need to do a raised bed inside. I can't do that now because I'm pretty sure I've not got the right kind of wood for it, but not to worry. We have got this. We have got and this is the last one. This is the last one. So this year, oh, them frogs, honestly. Oh, they look like aliens. Yeah, so this year I've added quite a few new beds, haven't I? So I've added this big bed down here, this big one. Then I've added that one there. And then I've added the kids one at the back there, haven't I? So extra growing room. Oh, also, when I came up here, I did get a bit sidetracked. Oh, and that little one. I've done that little bed down there as well, haven't I? That one. I did get sidetracked and I painted the gate. I painted the compost gate. That, I do need to give that a bit of a turn, actually. I've not touched it for ages and things are starting to grow. So I will give that a turn. But for now, let's build this. It was quite easy, if I remember rightly. Wasn't it? Just a case of putting all the poles together and whatnot. And you have seen me do that already. You have seen me build this one already in that. So I can probably skip past this bit. There you go. There's the outer bit. We'll keep these in the right numbers. There's the arches. Little connectors. Short ones. Long ones. A few more different connectors. Right, okay, very, very easy. Just a case of pushing them in. Make sure they're pushed in all the way. Yeah, so you've seen me do this before. So I shall just make another one of these and then we can pop it in place over there. That's it, you just build the frame together. That's literally took 2 minutes. Oops. Okay. I know I said I wouldn't film it, but you know, not everybody's seen it, have they? Right, we need connectors at the bottom. We don't actually put the bottom bits on until we've got the cover on. So We need connectors at the bottom of these things. So a corner connector, quite obviously for the corner. Just make sure you push them in as much as you can. There we go. A T1, a T1, a T1, a corner and a corner. Sorry, T1's for the middle, corners quite clearly for the corners. You get the majority of the frame done apart from the bottom bits, and then you get your cover. You know, it was expensive this, but I'm going to say it is good value for money because it is sturdy, it's thick, it's like polytunnel. It's got mesh windows either side and one big side as well. Plus a big opening here. Well, not a big opening, but a little opening that's got no mesh on it at all. So actually, although it was a bit pricey, not actually what I thought I was buying, I actually like it. As always, I make things look a little bit harder than they actually are. Sorry, touching my microphone then, sorry. My microphone, I think I'm back in the 80s. Right, okay. Right, we've got that on, let's turn it upside down. Okay, there we go, we've got it on. And the legs secure, the actual base actually secures the legs and everything together, doesn't it? So, right, let's get the other legs, 1 second. Other poles. Right, so I know the short poles go at the side. Which ones are the short ones? Those two short ones. Okay, two short ones go at the side. Oops. So it has a little thing here, a little black pocket, if you remember from last time. Little pocket, you thread it through there. And you thread it through there. And it comes with brackets, you can attach it to your raised bed if you want to. I forgot I had them on the other one. I will dig them out so I can attach it to the raised bed, but you just poke it through like so. I'm just making it look hard, sorry. Poke it through, push it on that connector. Oops, not that one. Yeah, that one. Push it on that connector. That's one edge done. Okay. Do exactly the same on the other side. Poke it through the pockets. Two pockets to poke it through. Push it on. And then I have to do exactly the same, poking it through the pockets, pushing it on to the connectors, and that will have the whole of that finished. There we have it, finished. Honestly, that has taken no time at all. From start to finish, probably 15 minutes, maybe. If that was me faffing about a little bit, I love it. I really sorely am tempted to have butterflies in it. It would make a perfect butterfly house, it really would. I'd have to, what do butterflies eat? Oh, nettles, and I don't want to grow nettles. I'll have to look into it. I'm tempted to have butterflies in it for a bit. You know, grow, you know, whatever you do with butterflies. Because the last ones are just left in there, honestly, and killed them. Right, okay, let's put it in situ. Let's see how it's going to look. So that was the idea. Here, I can get to it here. Get to it quite easily here. You know, maybe put it up to the post where that one is there, like that. And what do you think? What are we thinking about that? It's basically a case of, you know, making use of as much space as we can. The soil here isn't that good. That's why this is the play area, because it's very, very sandy here. Very sandy. I know it was quite black over there, but everywhere else, I know because I've dug it out. Trust me, I've extended this, came to here, and I've dug it out to level it off. It's sandy. It's sandy here. There's nothing that can grow. Hence why this has become the play area and a good spot for the compost there. Nothing grows up here. That's why we've got all the compost to add to it as well, and got loads of like feed and stuff. I'm really going to make an effort to just grow a little bit more, see if we can get things producing a little bit more. But let's face it, last year, oh, the weather. It was weather that let us down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a few pegs in that post, in the bottom post of it, bottom rungs, whatever you call it, just so that won't blow away. But what do you think? What do you think it looks like? I've got so many places I can put my seedlings, honestly. Look at me getting all growy. But yeah, I think that looks okay, don't you? Oh, we had a bit of a paint. Right, okay. So that is another job done. I'm just going to peg it down. Oh, my daffs, my little daffs. They've come up, but they've not come up to anything. A couple of leaves have come up. A few leaves everywhere, but these mini daffs really didn't amount to anything. Right, one peg going one way, one peg going that way, another peg going the other way. I don't expect much wind, to be honest. And then another couple in the back. There's like gaps that you can put them. I'm not poking through the plastic. Okay, right, that's pegged in. That's not going anywhere for now. It is brew time. It is brew time. I have brews even on hot days. Always. And this is my Dunkin' Donuts coffee that I got from America, from Brandon, if you remember. Dunkin' Donuts. And it's really nice, actually. I'm so glad I brought it here. And I've got these sugar cubes. No, not sugar cubes. Lumps of sugar. From like I think it was a Japanese food shop, Japanese grocery. And it's like little rocks, little clear rocks of sugar. Lump of sugar it's called. It's not quite as sweet as the normal sugar you get. That's why I put a few in, and it takes a while to dissolve because they really are lumps of sugar. But I brought it here because I thought it was a bit fancy. And I have washed my hands. I have got wipes and anti-bac, which I have all the time here. So I'm going to put 3 little lumps in there as opposed to 1 spoon of sugar. Okay. I just turned it off and it started to boil. Right. Okay. Let's not do it over my phone. Let's not do that. There we go. And I think I thought of for the top of here. Let me bring you closer. Right, I keep collecting all these tiles and whatnot. There's that one tile there, the circle things there, that circle thing, those little tiles. And I found some more tiles when I've been larking. If you watch me mud larking, you'll see that I find tiles. And a lot of them I just leave because I think what I'm going to do with them. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to fill that with them. I'll set those in and then I'll like cement in or whatever you do, however you fix it in. Fix the other tiles on there and just fill it with all the tiles that I find. Just because, you know, I don't just garden, do it. It's not just about growing things here at my allotment, as you realise. I make lots of stuff out of reclaimed wood. I've reused so much wood that would have just been thrown away. The only new wood, really, has been the mud kitchen. Look, this is all reused. I've dragged these in from the woods. But this is the only bit of new wood. All this here, this is the only bit of new wood. And you know, I can't just get everything secondhand. That's secondhand wood. That's old. That's a secondhand thing. But look how nice it looks now. Look how beautiful that looks. Pallets, secondhand wood. That secondhand wood. So as you can see, I do recycle a hell of a lot. Another pallet there, recycled. Lots. The majority of the stuff that I use here, apart from obviously the metal growing things here, is recycled. Tell you what I need to do. While I'm here and that brew is brewing over there, I need to weed this bit here, getting ready for the strawberries to come through. There's just a few chunks of grass there. So let's just do that last little job there. Okay, you can see the strawberries are starting to grow now. They're even growing on the path. We can pick them out and just pick them out and stick them back in there. they grow, they grow. If they don't, they don't. Doesn't matter, does it? Right, what I want is to get the grass out though. I've given it a good bit of a weed, a lot of couch grass, but I just pull it out when I see it. Well, you know, you'd never get it all out unless you were so super meticulous and sieving it all, etc., which I am not. So I pull it out and we keep on top of it. I've got a big load of stuff to go on the compost. What I'm going to do, because I'm going to make an effort this year to actually grow things that are bigger and just more of them. So I have got in this bag down here some chicken manure pellets. So I'm just going to scatter them over here. With the other beds, when I know I'm going to be planting maybe 2 weeks before I plant, and I'm getting the beds ready to sow, to plant the seeds that we've sown inside, I will dig the chicken pellets into the soil before planting. But I'm not digging anything in here. I'm just going to scatter them over. They're just starting to emerge now. Just starting, this stuff stinks, honestly. Chicken manure, I've never used it before. I'm just going to put a small hole in it because it smells enough as it is. Okay. I'll just show you. Just pellets. Sorry, let me just chuck some on first. My hands are too full. Just pellets. It's just chicken manure pellets. So I'm just going to... You probably don't need that many. I don't know, but I'm just going to throw it on, basically. Just throwing it on so that when it's sunny and whatnot, the sun... Well, we've had horse manure around the rhubarb, but you know what? I don't suppose it'll hurt to scatter. There we go. Seeing as things are growing, hey? Let's just make this soil a bit nicer. Let's feed it. I think I'm going to call it a day there. We've done quite a few little things, haven't we? I'm going to sit down, enjoy my brew and have a potter about, see if anything else needs painting. If it stands still long enough, I'll probably paint it. So thank you so much for watching and I shall see you next week. Bye.